This is a Yamaha L5T. These things were made from 1967 to 1969. I'm not 100% sure which one this is yet. I think it's a 69. We're gonna figure that out as we get it running. Now, if you guys remember, I picked this one up at the auction I was at a few weeks ago, and it was sitting in the non-running parts bike row.
120, 30, 120, 130, 120, 30, 120, 130, 120, 30. 120 bucks there, buyer number 137, 137.
All right. I gave just over $100 for it, and I drug it home. I have no idea if the engine's free. I have no idea. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out as we go. Because we don't really have much to work with. I have a carpet, and I have a table on sawhorses, and I brought my tool bag, and we have heat. That's really all we need. Now, let's start up here in the front. We're gonna work our way to the back and figure out what we got. So one of the really interesting things with this bike is Yamaha decided to switch to a 17-inch wheel, front and rear, from the 18-inch. And I have no idea why they would do that on a trail bike, if I'm being honest. It actually lowered the ground clearance by like 2 inches by doing that. So it looks like we got a front disc brake. That probably doesn't work. Nope, that's not gonna work. That's pretty tight. What was I saying? Oh yeah.
Talking about how tight that thing is.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Our front fender's broken off, but whoa, geez, front fender's broken off. Headlight is intact. Fork seals are leaky as can be. 4,404 miles. That's kind of cool. 4 is my favorite numbers. Oh, what do we got here? Got a horn. This is a 100cc 2-stroke. I believe it's actually a 97cc, but marketed as 100. You know, always measure bigger. It looks like we have a dented cover here, probably from the brake pedal getting jammed into there at some point. Well, at least it's hitting the stop and not the cover, but airbox. Our numbers here say, this thing is gonna fall and kill me. Throttle, it's doing throttle stuff. So the carburetor is actually down here. This is a rotary valve. And the way this works is the carburetor's under here, and then the air fuel mixture gets into the bottom of the crankcase. There's a spinning disc behind the carburetor, and then that sucks that in. It's like we got the all metal foot pegs, brake lever, passenger pegs. That's loose. We got the injection system. Our tank is in really nice shape. Look at that. Let's see what the insides look like. I wish I had my flashlight in my pocket.
Craig.
Thanks, Dan.
Always got you.
Do you have 2 of them?
No, this is a pen.
Oh, geez, in case you have to write notes in the dark.
Yeah. It's also a glass breaker. Don't worry about it.
In case you're stuck in a glass house. Confucius say, man who lives in glass house gets dressed in the basement. Okay, so it looks like there was an attempted liner. This looks like creme de la creme.
I thought you were gonna say it looks like crime.
Does look like crime in there. See how it's peeling off? Left and right turn signals there. These were street legal. They came with reflectors. There's one over here. Passenger pegs. Came with turn signals, has a horn. Another really cool thing this bike has is electric start. Also has kickstart, so we'll probably be using that. Like I said, oil injection system. Got the seat. These here came with a luggage rack, so you could strap your cooler or your logs, or I don't know, you shot a moose out in the field, you could put it on there and bring it home or something. This one here has a buddy seat on the back, so you can take your girl for a picnic. All right, got exhaust. This rear fender is nice. Look, Yamaha on the seat. Taillight's a little scratched up, but it's intact and complete, the lens. We got flat tires. What else we got? Little dinky chain guard. Keep your flip-flop feet out of the chain. This looks like a nightmare, is what this looks like. Key switch. Spark plug. And a whole bunch of wires that I don't know where they go. Moving on. Got our gear, my shifter. I think our electric starter's in behind here. Oh, here. Here's where the moose pull and torque comes in. Check this out. Look, we got a high and we have a low. So the way this works is you have 3 speeds in low, boom, 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 and then you have 3 speeds in high. And if I understand it correctly, To shift from high to low, you need to be stopped, you put it in low. But once you're in low and you get to, your high gear, I think you can, while you're moving, not under power, switch it to high and you'll be in top gear. I don't know. One of the nice things is we don't have a lot of rubber boots to worry about. The airbox goes right into the top of the crankcase. Choke lever. Of course, that's broke off, but looks like our choke's moving. We got high-low beam. I'm guessing that's horn and start. Start button's not doing anything. Oh, let's see if the engine turns over, Dan. Why do I always wait till we're on camera to do that? I have no idea why this thing was sitting in the not running parts row. Maybe the battery died and ran out of gas or something. They just didn't fix it.
Please tell me this is just for TV. Did you do this while you were at the auction?
I don't think I did.
Of course you did.
Is it free? Do we know?
I don't know. That's what we're finding out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It feels like we got some compression on. All right, where do we want to start? Let's start with the spark plug. That's always a good place to start. No idea what I packed up to bring over here. Looks like we got some spark plug sockets. That's a win. Wow, that was satisfying. Oh, finger tight. That's always good. It's like brand new. What the? Dan, come over here. That is the longest spark plug. I don't even know where the other end is yet, but that's the longest spark plug wire. It's literally like as long as the bike.
This is to test your cable management skills, Greg.
I guess. This thing just wants to fall over. I got an idea. All that's gonna happen is that's gonna fall over and give me a headache. So anyway, I'll try to do this. Get back here. There, now it won't fall over. It's already fallen. Okay.
It's a really cool trick.
You like that?
Hang on.
What is going on?
That's nothing. Nothing's just robots.
All right, so this one is bent like it belongs to there, which is ground, and it's black, so that checks out. Okay, well, it looks like maybe these here will go together. Like that. Let me grab my meter. And we're gonna meter a couple things. Oh, a stool. Stool is gonna be handy as well. Oh, don't break the light lens. That was almost really dumb. Let's see what we can figure out here as far as the pixies go. Gonna go to continuity. Let's see, is this gonna be a ground? I do believe. Okay, so red's gonna be our hot. Now, what are some of these other wires going to? That looks like it heads up to the front. So maybe if that just gets jumped to power, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Fire extinguishers are there and there. Jumper cables are here. Going hot. That didn't do anything. Find some other colors. I would imagine browns and greens are for turn, signals, running lights, horns, that sort of stuff. I could see where having a book to figure out this wiring would make it a whole lot easier, but we can do it. So what I'm trying to do is figure out, without taking the whole thing apart, I'm just trying to figure out where these wires are headed from this side of the harness up to the other side of the harness. And then I can make do from there. Oh, come on. Something's gotta be connected here.
Does it gotta be?
I don't know, I would assume so.
You don't know what's going on inside that bike.
That's true, I don't. Barely know what's going on inside my brain.
Could be rats chewed through some of those wires. What state did this bike come from?
New Jersey.
Oh yeah, dude. New Jersey rats?
I thought so. Oh, you know what I could do? I could pull that cover there too to see what color stuff is going into there. Got all sorts of stuff in there. All sorts of fun bits. So there's our points.
Don't worry about it, Craig. Man, it's fine. It's fine. Just keep going.
Really throwing off my flow game.
I'm sorry, but you've thrown off the Emperor's groove.
So there's points. There's a whole bunch of wires in there. There's gonna be a starter in behind there too, I think. Let's put this back on here. Any sort of spark? Not even a little. I'm starting to feel like we need to pull some of this stuff off here so we can see the wiring. I'm also not jiving with this whole setup here. All right, guys, let's go shopping quick. Cheese knife. There it goes. Now we got ourselves a shop. We still have to address this thing though. At least now we have tools to take it apart. I got one more thing. I stopped at home and I grabbed it because this isn't feng shuiing. I don't like it.
Craig, here, I'll put the camera down, help you out. Oh, shoot. Stop calling me.
Are those all robocalls?
I keep getting like spammer calls.
Did you ever wonder how the spammers get your information? It's easy, Dan. They bought it. Data is said to be the most valuable commodity in the world. More valuable than gold, old Yamaha YZs. They know our names, our emails, our addresses, phone numbers, browser history, buying habits, and so much more. The good news is, you have the right to demand that your information is taken off all these lists. The bad news is there's hundreds, if not thousands of these lists out there. And that brings us to this week's sponsor, Incogni. All I did was sign up and gave Incogni permission to act on my behalf. Incogni took it from there, going out into the interwebs and finding these data broker lists and demanding that my information's taken off. My inbox is so much cleaner. The robocalls stopped, and it's just nice knowing that somebody has got my back and is out there fighting for me. I get to track the progress on my dashboard. I can see how many requests were sent out, how many have been completed, and how many are still in progress. Go to incogni.com/bearded and see if Incogni's right for you. If it is, use the code BEARDED and save 60% on an annual plan. Seriously, go check it out. It really helps the channel, and if it's right for you, save that 60% by using the code BEARDED. We're gonna put it down in the description for you guys. Now let's get back to work. So that's right, I brought over a lift table because you know what, I'm getting old and I'm tired of working on stuff on the floor when I don't have to. Here we are. Let's see where we're at. So yeah, while Dan was out at lunch eating a cheeseburger or something, I printed off a wire schematic here and we're gonna see what we can figure out. Okay, well, let's take this seat off. Why did I go get tools? It's finger tight. Oh, there isn't even one on that. Hey, look at that, got a seat. Pack of matches. Some kid was probably riding us around the farm. He was sneaking smokes. Oil tank's loose. Found the mud daubers.
Oh, that's good.
Found the mices, the meese hole, and that's in there.
Ugh.
Sure signs of meese. Oh shoot, you know what, Dan? That's where the wire harness runs.
Those New Jersey Yamaha wire biting rats.
All right, well, that's clean enough. Don't lick your fingers, Dan. Let's see what we can figure. Black. So the first thing we need to do here is figure out spark. In order to figure out spark, we need to figure out how to turn the bike on. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna try to figure this wiring out. There we go. Okay, now we can see what we got. You know what we are missing is the fuse. That's not always great. So all this here, that's for the lights. We don't need any of that. We don't need lights where we're going. Orange, blue, white, light blue, those are all important colors. Do you see an orange anywhere?
Yeah, it looks like I see multiple orange. Okay, does it look like those are two browns next to each other.
Cheese-ums. If this starts going dark green, dark brown, or dark green, dark brown, light brown, I'm gonna struggle. We'll figure it out though, Dan. That's what we do. This switch is all messed up. It's broken and busted. It's both broken and it's busted. So I'm gonna cut these wires. So that should be our kill switch. I did stop at the store and got a little slippy spray. So while I'm figuring this out, I'm gonna put some slippy spray down in that piston hole. Give it a boot or two just to get that moving around. Back to what we were doing. What were we doing? Trying to get spark. Okay, good news is we have the longest spark plug wire ever. I got a fresh NGK. So let's put this on here. They're missing so many wires, I think. Trace this mouse infested area here. Do you know what would make me feel really good is if like a horn would work. Nope.
That battery's definitely good, right?
Oh, I don't know. You always start with a fresh battery, which we didn't do. Shop's gonna look like Harbor Freight Store puked. Any life at the points? Okay, so whatever we got isn't right. I thought this was gonna be a little easier from that line. We're losing power somewhere here where the mice and everything have been doing mouse stuff. Going deep, going into the headlight. Oh, just one? Okay. Now, let's see what we got. Handlebar switch is this one here, and that is gonna be our blue. What do we got here? Blue, pink, yellow. Hey-oh, we got headlight.
Whoa!
Nice.
Hey, you did something.
Taillight. Nice. Okay, so so we got lights, we just don't have spark or electric start, but we have kick start. Hold on. I'm such an idiot. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I just thought of something. This is stupid. We got one. I bet you we got the pieces we need. This stupid thing's been sitting here too the whole time. I bet you this is gonna work. These things are like half brothers. Okay, so we got a key switch and it has a key. That's better than what we got. What do we got for wires? Yeah, so blue is our light circuit. So let's take that. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna take our red, comes out of the rectifier. That's gonna go to the battery, then that's gonna give us our fusible link. There's our ground, like that. Now I just need this blue wire. I'll be dipped. Why didn't I think of this like 45 minutes ago? Let's see if this here's gonna work. I don't know why it won't. That's exciting. So it's always handy to have a lot of motorcycles sitting around. You just swap the parts when you need to. So you can justify it to your wife. Okay, so then that's gonna go to the battery. The red coming out of the regulator is gonna plug into there, like that. And that's to the key switch. And now maybe the only thing left to do is to make a brown wire go from here to there. This isn't gonna be 100% genuine, but it'll see if we can get some fire into this beast. Dan, remind me we have to order wire connectors.
Hey, Greg, we have to order wire connectors.
Okay, let's see if this does things. Yes? Oh, nice, we got lights. Yes, that was a great idea. Why didn't I think of that like so much more ahead of
Keep patting
time?
yourself on the back, Greg.
We got high-low. Do we have start?
It's trying to do something, I assume starting related.
It kind of seems that way. Hold on, do we have spark? Yes! Nice. I'm such a idiot. Like, why in the world did I not think of this any sooner? I tell you what. That's exciting. But we still don't know if we have fuel. Oh boy. Okay, well we have spark, that's good. Next is fuel.
One thing at a time, Craig.
One thing at a time.
You got 2 of them.
Let's see, what do we need to do to get to the carburetor here? So it's in behind this cover. What are the chances that these are gonna come loose? Serious? Nope. Nope. There we go. Now this vessel, of course is JIS, but when I hit it like that, it actually rotates a little bit. It's designed to do that. If you don't have one of these, I'd strongly suggest you get one. But in a pinch, you can use that technique with a regular screwdriver, and it isn't guaranteed, but it will definitely help. It'll increase your chances by 78.75%. What do you think this thing's gonna look like? Oh, stuff coming out of there. Look at that carburetor. It actually doesn't look horrible. There's no way that if I put a little chooch to this, let's hook up her battery. What do we got here? This one is here to here.
Which battery?
I got the big one on now. All right, we got key.
There's the light.
Wait, we got tail light. Why don't we have headlight? How about horn? Hey, we finally got that horn to almost work. Let's do this. This is fixed stuff in the past. Whoa, easy there. Makes clicky noises. There's the horn, we fixed that. That's the starter button. Will this thing fire at all? Let's try a little of this. It's gonna be asking for trouble. I don't like that. Especially not when I don't know the bike, because do you remember those old hand crank cars and tractors? Well, you can be cranking those and it'll backfire, it'll kick back, and it breaks your arm. And it's called a chauffeur's fracture. Apparently, a lot of chauffeurs back in the day, that happened to them from starting their car. Is this thing gonna do anything? I don't know, do we say how many kicks? What's your guess? Is it we're gonna get any life?
If we get anything, it's going to be after the
Well, you better hurry, Mike, because I'm
13th
gonna
kick.
spray it again.
What?
Whoa! There's no way.
Craig, you didn't even say your guess.
I didn't have time. It just
Don't say 1.
All right, hold on. Oh, do you smell that? Oh, yeah. Whew, smells like old burning mouse pee.
Easy there.
Dude, holy mackerel. I don't understand though, because now this is not YouTubery. I didn't touch the carburetor. I mean, you guys saw me. I just pulled this side panel off. All I did was shoot a little starting fluid in there after I figured out that I already had a key switch on the other bike, and this thing all but fired up and ran. Hold on. As you can tell, we're not moved in yet, but we got enough to at least be dangerous here. What if we take this? Can't get that solenoid to kick over yet. Okay, where were we? We got the fire, right?
We did.
Awesome. Now let's see here, just for fun. This is the fuel line, and it is stiff as can be. So I don't have a barb to go from here into here, and I couldn't get one on the here even if I wanted to. So I'm just gonna stick the little smaller fuel line inside the bigger fuel line, like that. And then it smells relatively like gas in here. So it's probably okay. Oh shoot, we got fuel leaking.
Uh-oh.
Look at that, it's pouring right out the bottom. Okay, well, here, let's see. Well, fire on some fuel maybe. Oh, I pressed the starter button and I saw something kind of flash over here and it cranked noises.
That was from the starter button?
Yeah, hold on.
Ooh.
No way!
Yeah, that worked better than you kicking it. What the world? It just went.
gonna be super hard to start. I'm sure the crank seals are about shot.
I'm confused. Was that starting or is that started?
That's a great question. I don't even know anymore. Horn works. Come on.
That's some fun noises it's making.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Oh,
Now
oh.
you just, you know.
It did that on its own.
Yeah, I accidentally bumped the starter button, I guess, and that's how it starts. Hitting it with everything I got. There it goes. Nice.
Nailed it.
Nice. It is just puking fuel out of the float.
Smoking out our new shop. Look at that. Yeah.
Love it. Pretty sure I got oil in that fuel. That fuel is not, that's been sitting for a few weeks. So the way the electric start works, it's a dynamo. So when you're putting power to it and everything, it's cranking over the engine, and then once the engine fires, I don't know if it's a sprag bearing in there, or exactly, I have to look at a book, but then it turns into the alternator, and then that's what's charging the battery once the bike's running. And there's a set of brushes in there at the end of what they call the commutator, and it's just windings that spin around an armature and yada yada, all that neat stuff. So I don't want to ruin any of that just for the sake of hearing this thing run a few times, but it sounds really cool, and I'd just like to let it get a rip or two. But dude, I'm so excited about this bike now. Actually, I got some neat plans circling in my head. All right, let's see if this will work. So I'm just letting the starter cool here a bit. It doesn't like, okay, so it's just dumping way too much. I love old motorcycles, man. This is the best. Delicious. Everything we've done so far has just been basic hand tool stuff, man. We got what? Wire stripper, set of basic screwdrivers, and I do have JIS screwdrivers. But other than these JIS screwdrivers right now, I got basic pliers, Dan. Basic pliers.
They're pretty basic.
We got hitty things, nothing. A set of metric wrenches, standard wrenches, metric 3/8 sockets, standard 3/8 sockets. I got some Allen wrenches, I got a ratchet. This doesn't take a whole lot, like there's nothing special. Multimeter. I did use a multimeter. But other than that, guys, you can go to your local Harbor Freight or up in Canada, they call it, what, Princess Auto? That's kind of funny. You can literally be in it for like $100, maybe a tad more. I don't know, use the coupons and find a bike and just get it running. All right, guys, I am calling it there. We got the $130 auction bike running. The electric starter's working. I'm feeling really good about this bike. It has a lot of potential. No idea why it was sitting in the parts row other than it was missing the key switch. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Dan's gonna put a video here and here. Check them out and they're gonna love them. See you, have a great weekend. Bye.